Well, what's up, movie Jewish Schmoedown fans? It's me again. I'm back watching the pay-per-view from last week. Before more and more Schmoedown matches start to pile up on me, and I get left behind too much. This one is the undercard, VIDEODREW versus Marisol McKee. As you can see, I'm wearing the Dungeon hoodie because I don't have the Corruption hoodie just yet. I ordered 5 hoodies at the same time, and I guess maybe it's a little too much for the shipping company. So I'm still waiting, but at least I still have this one, so I can at least support one of the people on the in the match. Now, as far as who do I think would win, it's a little tough to go against VIDEODREW because she's been on a roll. I don't think she lost a match, a singles match, in over a year now. No, wait, no, she lost to Mark Riley. I forgot about that, but yeah, I mean, I think she won her last 3 matches without fail, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, does the winner of this play Kevin Smith? I'm just thinking about the possibility of Kevin Smith versus VIDEODREW. Like, holy crap. But yeah, Marisol is a good player. She's a great player, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I honestly can't really pick a favorite because I love them both, and I want them both to win. But unfortunately, there can only be one winner. What's most important is both of them are gonna smoke me at movie trivia. I will be participating. That's why I still have my red marker here for the singles competition. But I might as well be drawing with it because I am definitely not going to get as many correct answers as both of them are. So let's not waste any more time and just watch the match and see who's going to come out on top. Here we go. Oh,
hey, what's happening, Madam President? Ain't you in a good... Yo, your boy working.
She's not in a good mood, Jay.
Yeah, look, we need to talk.
I mean, of course, about the dope job I'm doing as commissioner around here, putting in real work. We've had other commissioners wasn't doing nothing. I'm working. You see it?
Do I look like I'm enjoying this? Do I look like I'm in a good mood, Jay? We need to talk about the matches.
What you mean? The Irwin versus Oyama? That's a heavy hitter match.
Not that one, Jay.
You mean Bateman versus Roca? Sad guitar versus sad cowboy hat? No. Oh, yo, the #1 contendership versus Kevin Smith at Collision. That's dope, right?
Not that one, Jay.
So, the beating Janine to get to Kevin Smith?
Not that one, Jay.
Marisol versus VIDEODREW versus Marisol.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know how this happened, but I thought I had made it very clear from day one that I want no part of a world where Shannon is not miserable. Do you understand?
Yeah, but Marisol can lose. VIDEODREW been studying. Like, she ain't been in graveyards. She ain't been doing all that.
What if she wins?
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. But if she wins, then she loses to Janine, possibly.
What if she beats Janine?
Then she definitely not gonna beat Kevin Smith, hopefully.
What if she does? Jay, think. What are you doing to me, man?
I'm trying to put good matches together for the people. You asked me to do a job.
That is not your job. Your job is not to the people. Your job is to make me happy.
And I'm trying to with good matches. She can't win all of them, can she?
Don't underestimate her. Don't underestimate Marisol.
I'm just... Wait. Why is she so mean? Don't nobody bring up flowers around the office or nothing. I'm just trying to do my job.
I want Marisol to win now. I want Marisol to win just to see where this goes. Battlefield Schmoedown. There's a little glitch in the audio. It cuts out every second. Just for a split second, though. Hope it doesn't stay that way.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Schmoedown Battlefield. I am Christian Harloff, joined as always by Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. Mark, this is some Battlefield here today because, hell, we just figured out what this undercard was yesterday by Commissioner Jay Washington, who said it's going to be VIDEODREW versus Marisol McKee. It's a whole big tier of how, what, who, what happens if they win. But nonetheless, what a matchup we have here today, partner, in the undercard.
It is a whole lot to sort through, my friend. And when you look at this matchup, you have two of the hottest rising stars in the movie trivia Schmoedown. Marisol McKee taking on VIDEODREW. And when you look at VIDEODREW, Christian, you see oddity meets wonderkind. Initially, we thought she was just a master of puppets taking over for Tom in various matches, her former teammate. But now Drew has proven herself to be someone to be feared in the movie trivia Schmoedown. Any opponent steps in the ring, they might be prepared to ride the lightning. And with Marisol McKee, Lady Justice, well, look, unlike the Liberty Bell, she has absolutely no flaws in her movie trivia acumen, and she is looking to get to that next level. Both of these competitors in our undercard, Christian, sporting hopes of one day being in a one-contender match or maybe getting to a belt match. But speaking of one contenders where the number one is the most important factor, that might actually be our headlining match of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's a rematch from last year's tournament, and it is the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Star Wars champion, the longest reigning champion that we've ever had, Alex the Demon Damon, who is 4-1 in Inner Geekdom contests, and his only loss coming to the man he's facing tonight, the two-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom teams and Inner Geekdom champion, Mike the Killer Kalinowski, who hasn't competed this season. It's the first time we're seeing Mike minus the free-for-all, but this is the first time we're seeing him. This is a big match for corruption because this is a big event for corruption because if we can go to the standings and show you where the standings is, does include spoilers from today's match. If you haven't watched the teams, this is where we stand at the moment. The dungeon has a massive lead with 30 points in this young season still with the Finstock Exchange in second with 18. But last year's champions, corruption, 4 points at the moment. This is really big for them. Should Marisol get a victory here tonight, that would give them to 6. But the number one contender match is worth 4 big points, and that would get them to at least 10 points, which would put them into 4th place. So this would, if they could win both here tonight, that would catapult them out of last place. So there's a lot on the line for the champions right now, and a lot on the line for Mike Kalinowski's case. He's trying to get whoever wins this match here tonight, Mark, they play Mara Kanopic, the champion. If Damon does it, he's got an opportunity. He's playing next week. By the way, you want to show another graphic? Let's do it. Let's show another graphic. We've got a massive rematch coming up next week on the pay-per-view. You're going to have Alex, the Demon, Damon. He's competing again, and he's going for that Star Wars title that he lost. If Alex Damon wins tonight, there is a possibility that he could be the Star Wars champion by the time he gets to Mara Kanopic. So he might be the only competitor in Movie Trivia Schmoedown history to, whether he's champion or not, to have both the Star Wars belt and the Inner Geekdom Championship. There's a lot on the line in that main event.
Yeah, as far as being in game shape and maybe getting that ring roast off, Alex the Demon Damon certainly with the advantage. And for Mike Kalinowski, like you said, it is 51-50 time, and it's gut check time because he is an all-time legend of Inner Geekdom. Perhaps in the conversation for being the greatest that has ever played. However, he's looking for a return to glory, and that path goes through the guy named the Demon. So there was a whole lot on the line here in both matchups tonight, and this is why we call it Battlefield, partner. It is a season of war, and now we're going to see exactly how we got here tonight.
Hey, Schmoedown. It's your gal VIDEODREW, coming to you from sunny Burbank, where it's slightly overcast today, a good 69 degrees Fahrenheit, and oh yeah, tonight, a total TKO. Whoa. Roll tape.
That's 2 in a row
for Video Drew. It's another win for the dungeon. Corruption's been here before. Tough start of the season, but there's a lot of the season left.
Lady Justice herself.
Video Drew. You may have won over the hearts of every single member of this community, but if there's one thing that Justice's evil eye never fails at, is seeing right through you.
If you get rattled, is it over for you? And that clearly was not over for Marisol, because Mark, she showed the hype is real on Marisol McKee.
After today, I just want to let everybody know that the defense rests, okay? All right? Justice is here, and she's here to stay.
Well, evidently I'm the only one in the league with the balls to say what everyone else is thinking, so here we go again. Video Drew, your victory over Elliot Dewberry was a complete and total fluke.
So people might start thinking I have an issue with corruption, just because this is the second time I played them in a row? No, silly, stupid people. I love corruption. I love how they all play dress up. Like, I love Goth Santa Claus Mark Hoyt, Sunglasses Man, Chance Ellison, and Mike. Real missed opportunity to wear an eye patch, just one little note. Whatever his last name is.
Video Drew is one word and one acronym. Unidentified, fearless object.
Video Drew has put in a lot of work. Before, she was more the character piece with Tom. She was more so the soul of Looney Bin.
Did they really have a soul? Are you sure?
You know what?
I get
good call. Good call on that.
There's something amiss with this two-tone dome vixen, and by Grabthar's hammer, I'm gonna sniff
By
it out.
Grabthar's hammer!
Should be avenged.
I mean, how much more can you take, Shannon? Dan Merle already spayed and neutered Collins. Video Drew already beat up on Doonesbury this year. Do you really want more of this?
Tonight isn't about vengeance. It's simply about restoring order. And Lady Justice is simply the messenger.
We had the dungeon's number last year. And the sooner we start flipping this bizarro world back to reality, the better.
But I have one thing they don't, and it's not just 2 puppies with 99 more on the way. I have the dungeon, Kaiser, Ben Bateman, Dan and Mara, the ultimate Schmoedown power couple. 2 belts, 1 faction, 1 roof, 1 ring to rule them all.
The Justice train is officially pulling out the station. There's a few dungeon heads I've pre-booked some tickets for. So don't you worry, Video Drew. There's plenty of room in the caboose for you.
I've just got one thing to say to her. I think your costume's supposed to be green, because I saw Ghostbusters 2 recently, and that is absolutely not the color of the Statue of Liberty.
Pretty sure it used to be a different color underneath. You got me. I can't wait to see who wins this.
Video Drew and Marisol McKee. It is heating up, and as our commissioner Jay Washington stated, the winner of this will play Janine the Machine. That is going to be a match that determines who will face Kevin Smith at the Collision for a #1 contender match. So this is the beginning, if you will, of a mini tournament going into a title shot. So you see how fired up they are. You see at the moment right now, I mean, the dungeon seems to have almost everybody's number at the moment, maybe minus the stock exchange, but at the moment. But this is big again. Like I said, Mark, if Corruption gets this done, if Marisol gets this done, because remember the trade that took place, Shannon wasn't able to keep Marisol McKee. Kate Mulligan took her, then traded her for those 2 big picks. And so far, it worked out with Marisol beating Vinny. But this would also say, okay, she's home. It works. But Video Drew is looking like a much different player than she has in the past.
Yeah, both of these movie trivia enthusiasts looking tonight to make progress to that eventual belt. And let's call out the elephant in the room. Despite Mel Kiper Jr.'s prognostication, I was not drafted into the NFL last night, but I still have the suit until Saturday. And what better use for it than an epic match like tonight? Christian, we have done super events before. We have done bodacious live events. But tonight, this battlefield can only be described in one word: supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Back to you.
I was going to say the same exact thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Schmoedown. 3 rounds in the singles division. Introducing first. Representing the Dungeon with a record of 2 wins, 2 defeats. She is VIDEODREW. VIDEODREW has arrived. She is here. What an absolute setup that is. It is amazing. I can't tell if it's green screen or not. It just looks like something out of The Shining, and I love it. VIDEODREW, listen. This was a big match for you. I know about the preparation that you've done. I know that you've played corruption in the past, and you have this opportunity here that Jay Washington has laid out for a potential title shot. What is going through the mind, may I dare, of VIDEODREW?
Yes, I would prefer to read from a pre-written statement, if that's okay.
Fine.
We're entering a plea of not guilty for this evening. If this is about the Hummel figures, I was found innocent in Nevada, and otherwise I have no idea what the charges are, and I declare a mistrial. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not sure you have the authority to do all of those things, but you are taking on a well-seasoned competitor in Marisol McKee. What do you make of her game, VIDEODREW? Have you been studying her game tape, or have you just been focused on taking care of business for the dungeon?
Well, the Statue of Liberty, like I said in that promo, is supposed to be green, so I don't know if that's something that she's missing from the prop department over at Corruption, but she's a terrifying, terrifying judge, and I don't want to go in front of her, and can we just leave this right now? Mistrial.
Well, listen, anything you'd like to say to Lady Justice before she arrives?
Yes, Your Honor. I declare bankruptcy as well.
Okay.
For some strange reason knew you were going to say that. All right. Okay. And her opponent. Representing Corruption. With a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. She is Lady Justice Marisol McKee. Lady Justice Marisol McKee makes her way to the Schmoedown battlefield. Marisol, I know you have a big match coming up against Blackjack with Deception, getting ready for that tournament, but being put into this match by Jay Washington with this shot, knowing that Grace Hancock not happy about it, does that fuel you? How do you feel going into this with short notice from both you and VIDEODREW?
Oh, Lady was born for this. The lady was ready. I'm going to be as steady as I always have. That is not even a blip on my radar. If Grace thinks she can throw us off, if they think they have some kind of scheme to disrupt justice, disrupt the flow that we've got going on, they've got a second thing coming. And for you, VIDEODREW, I am so sorry to break this to you, but the motion has been denied. There's not any mistrial.
There's a courtroom drama worthy of a few good men already, Christian. But Marisol, I have to ask you about your faction, because you do see the standings and Corruption currently not doing so hot. So is there extra pressure on you to get a win tonight? What's the mood of the faction and the Queen of Corruption, your manager right now?
Each match is right in front of us, you know. Corruption, you know that Corruption plays the long game, but we take it one match at a time, like we always have. And you should know anything from us that standings do not faze us. I'm going to come to this match just as prepared, just as thorough, and just as lethal as I always do.
I like the use of justice. So, all right, Marisol McKee, good luck to you, Lady Justice. And we're going to bring in VIDEODREW.
Sustained.
Mark, our competitors have entered the battlefield. What are the rules of round number 1?
Lest we find them both in contempt, here are the rules of round number 1, dedicated to our writer Abigail Friel's parents who are watching right now. Here is how the Schmoedown works. In round number 1, each competitor and indeed the field of competition will hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing. Well, at least there isn't in round number 1. Each competitor is going to have about 15 seconds to get that correct answer from the back of your noggin onto whatever writing surface you prefer. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to your camera at the same time you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor that you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. He's probably somewhere in Arizona right about now, but you can use his rule if you need a repeat of the question, if you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds to get that correct answer. You also each have 1 challenge you may utilize at any point throughout the 3-round match. We will hear all challenge requests, and we will deliberate and delineate appropriately and make our ruling from there. So, Christian, I am doing some fact-checking, and it does appear that the Statue of Liberty is, in fact, a greenish blue, so cannot give Videodrew a point.
It's from France.
That is factually true.
Also want to let the audience know before we start going here, make sure if you're watching live, hashtag Schmoedown Battlefield, hashtag Schmoedown Battlefield, get it out there, let people know about it. Round number 1, I just tweeted that out. It's about to begin. So we ask, Lady Justice, are you ready?
Court's in session.
Videodrew, are you ready?
My log has many secrets, but not one of them is this match. Let's go.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number 1, question number 1. And just a reminder to the chat, please do not put any answers in the chat while we go. And here we go. We're going to start with 90s movies. Director Roland Emmerich famously reimagined what Japanese monster for the big screen in 1998 alongside actors Matthew Broderick and Maria Patillo?
I think you mispronounced Matthew Broderick, Christian. It's pronounced Matthew Broderick.
Oh, you say you want to take shots? You want to take shots? You're not due on stage for a couple of hours. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Hands up, and we start with Lady Justice.
Godzilla.
Yes, and Videodrew.
Godzilla.
It's my favorite stand-up lizard, Godzilla.
I see.
There it is.
Oh, okay, here we go. Next question.
Stand-up lizard.
All right, next question, round number 1. We pivot to Westerns. And your question for a point. In what 1993 Western starring Kurt Russell does he say, "You tell him I'm coming and hell's coming with me"? You hear hell's coming with me.
Videodrew already done. For the chat is the countdown has even started. Look at that.
I love Kurt Russell. I don't like him, Christian. I love him.
Same here. 5, 4,
I have
3,
no idea if this is
2,
correct
1.
or not.
Pens down, please. We start this time with Videodrew.
I didn't draw a picture of it, but I love them a lot. It's Tombstone.
It is Tombstone. And Lady Justice.
Tombstone.
Tie game as we get to question 3. We're going to go to directors. Who directed the films Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Clueless, and Johnny Dangerously? Johnny Dangerously, all-time favorites.
I have a question about the movie Tombstone, or actually the town Tombstone. Is that where the frozen pizza came from?
Pizza questions. 5, 4, 3, 2,
I got nothing.
1. Pens down, please. Pens down, please. And we start here with Marisol McKee.
Amy Heckerling.
Yes. And Videodrew.
As if. Amy Heckerling.
Perfect. 3-3. 3-3. And our next question
is in the category of horror/thriller movies. And it is. That's fine. This horror franchise has installments that have been directed by filmmakers such as Steve Miner, Rob Zombie, and David Gordon Green.
See how much is at stake now, you know, with these 2 points, the fact that corruption really needs a big win here, the dungeon, they're trying to keep dungeon at bay. It's a lot of drama already in this young season. 5,
At Michael
4,
Bay.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And we're going to start with Videodrew.
It's not one of my favorites, but it's okay. It's Halloween.
It is Halloween. Marisol McKee.
Thank you.
Halloween.
4-4 as we get to question 5 here. All right, ladies, remakes and reboots. Who stars as Dr. Paul Kersey, who becomes obsessed with delivering vigilante justice after his family is attacked during a home invasion in 2018's Death Wish?
I just want to know if the town Tombstone is where frozen Tombstone pizza was invented.
Yes.
I'll take it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hands up, please. Start with Lady Justice.
Bruce Willis?
Yes. And Video Drew.
I had a sixth sense this was the right answer, Bruce Willis.
What a match so far. 5-5. Both competitors here. 5-5 as we now get to question 6, Mark.
They're perfect so far. And your next category is in the world of comedies. Okay, I'll take what I can get. This 1991 comedy starring Steve Martin, Diane Keaton, and Martin Short features the tagline, "Love is wonderful until it happens to your only daughter."
This is turning into one of those kind of who's going to get first blood type matches.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not me.
And Video Drew looking very relaxed, Christian.
Very much so. 5, 4, 3.
I want to show my shoes.
2, 1. Pens down. Hands up, please. And we're going to start with Video Drew.
Very funny movie. It is Father of the Bride.
It is Father of the Bride. Lady Justice.
Father of the Bride.
No one is blinking yet as we make it to question 7.
Blink.
Animated. Which animated Disney film features the characters of the Cheshire Cat and the Queen of Hearts?
And of the 4 people on screen, the only 2 to brain fart so far are Christian and myself. Business as usual.
Usually happens that way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hands up, please. And Lady Justice.
Alice in Wonderland.
Video Drew.
Did you see my shoes are Star Wars? Alice in Wonderland.
You're right. It is Alice in Wonderland.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
Here's the next one.
Mustard!
But we avoided it.
That's the difference.
Didn't like that.
Your final question in round number 1, unless you both get this right, in which case a bonus question will be asked to both of you. This actress appeared in the following films: 2014's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Eddie, and Rat Race. So the writers, led by DJ Campbell and Abigail Creel, trying to throw a curveball here to end round number 1.
And 5.
I think I know the
4,
actress, but I don't
3,
know the other.
2,
I don't know her name.
1. Pens down, hands up, Drew. And we start with you.
Oh, great. So I was going to say, why did you say TNT? But it's Whoopi Goldberg.
It is. And Marisol.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Perfect rounds for both of the competitors here.
So it wasn't the one I was thinking.
We're not going to put those whiteboards down. We're going to keep them up, and we're going to answer this question. Here's the bonus. Marisol, you ready for the bonus?
Yes.
And Video Drew?
You saw the shoes were Star Wars.
I did.
Cool. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Which 1994 comedy features the line, "We got no food, we got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off"?
That is a funny line.
And Christian, unfortunately, this might be the last time tonight that we see Marisol's A+ penmanship. It is the best in the league.
We don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. We're going to start with Marisol McKee.
Poor Petey. Dumb and Dumber.
It is. And Video Drew.
I was offended about that handwriting line, Dumb and Dumber.
Yours is much better than mine if it means anything.
Yeah, and with the way that these two ladies are playing at the moment, Mark, we could still see it again, potentially in sudden death. We'll see. But we're now going to get to round number 2. It is the wheel round. Mark, how's it go?
The Wheel of Fate, Doom, and indeed Justice works as thus. Each competitor gets to spin at the wheel. Once they settle on a category, 4 questions emerge from that realm to that competitor only. Each question is worth 2 points. No penalty for missing a question. However, stealing It's available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer and you don't want to get tomfooled or thieved, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which people smarter than us tell us is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question does recede to 1. And so it is a tied ball game here, Christian, by proxy of being introduced second. Marisol Lady Justice McKee has the right to decide, would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent who might possibly be in Wonderland right now?
No.
I am very curious.
Curiouser and curiouser.
I am very curious as to VideoDrew's defense tonight. I am going to let her say her piece first.
All right. So then we're going to drop out Lady Justice and bring in the manager, Kaiser.
Oh, boy.
Kaiser, you got 60 seconds to talk to your competitor starting now.
I thought he was from
Well,
New
howdy,
York.
Ellis. Welcome back to the stage. Video Drew, you need to remember one thing.
Yep.
We play in a league where a guy like Andrew Guy, who doesn't even know what year it is, can beat the greatest player the game's ever seen. Okay? Anything is possible. This is your day. We've both been to court, and we're going to do what we always do in court, and that's skate.
Yes, that's right. Sustained and also overruled. And I love you, Judge.
Spin the wheel.
Right. Well, look, the score at the moment, 9-9 as Video Drew. Thank you very much. Video Drew is now going to spin that wheel.
That was a nice
I
cameo.
also put my shoes up here so people can see them because they couldn't see them before. It's one of the robots.
I saw them right away.
All right,
I
here's
just wanted to
the wheel.
point that out.
You know the only thing that grows in Texas?
What?
Tumbleweeds and egos.
Oh, okay. Who lives in Texas?
JR.
That's true. It's true.
Kevin Hart. 60 seconds to decide if you want to stay with Kevin Hart. Video Drew starting
I
now.
wonder how many hearts of Kevin's does Video Drew have?
Well, we do know
in
that I
jars.
actually do know Kevin Hart pretty well.
Well, we're friends with the guy. I should think we would know his movies.
Yeah, we went through this last night. I'm pretty good on Kevin Hart, but I'm not sure. I'd say that
I'd say quid pro quo with this one.
Okay.
He doesn't.
Yeah, quid pro quo. Spin it again, please.
Spin it again.
All right. So whatever we get here, that's what we're going with. And here is the spin by Video Drew.
Yes.
Come
When you
on,
have a lab
David.
exam, kids, quid pro quo does not mean spin again.
No.
And looking at SNL
SNL
movies.
movies.
SNL movies.
Oh man, people are just gonna think I love SNL movies.
All right. Well, SNL movies it is. We're going to remove Kaiser and bring back Lady Justice.
I can't believe that is the guy that you brought for representation. I haven't seen Reputation that crappy since My Cousin Vinny. I'm sorry.
Oh well, but they won in that one, so yikes.
Not a bad call there by Video Drew. All right. So Video Drew, Marisol McKee is back. You're going to have 4 questions in the realm of SNL movies. Are you ready?
I don't even think I've seen
Sustained,
an
yes.
SNL movie
All right.
other than
Well,
Blues
here you go.
Brothers,
Here's the first one.
which I didn't even know was an SNL movie until recently.
Which comedian plays a version of herself in the 1994 film It's Pat?
See, never
Kathy
heard of it.
Griffin.
Yes.
Final answer.
That is right for 2 points. So here's the second question. Okay. In Coneheads, which actress plays Primat Conehead, who is married to Beldar?
That'd be the wonderful Jane Curtin. Final answer. Sustained.
Correct. All right. Here, that is correct. 2 more points. Question 3. In Wayne's World, Wayne and Garth host a public access show that is on what number TV channel?
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a good one. Yep.
Multiple
that's a good
choice.
one.
People are so mad in the audience, I'm sure. Sorry, guys.
All right, here. Is it A, channel 10, B, channel 8, C, channel 20, D, channel 35?
I'm going to go with 10, I guess.
Say channel 10?
It's correct for 1 more point.
What? Sometimes
And
random
here
guessing
is
does
your
work.
final question here, Video Drew, in the realm of Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
In Stuart Saves His Family,
Mm-hmm.
Stuart Smalley has been hit by a car as a child while his family was trying to take a photo in front of which famous U.S. landmark?
going to guess Lady Liberty
right.
just because
it was
the Lady Justice match.
5.
I believe.
4.
Not confident. I'm going to go multiple choice on this one too.
All right, multiple choice. Is it A, Mount Rushmore, B, the Statue of Liberty, C, the Hollywood sign, D, Golden Gate Bridge?
Glad I went to multiple. Can I hear a repeat of those multiples again?
Get it once without a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
A, Mount Rushmore, B, Statue of Liberty, C, the Hollywood sign, D, Golden Gate Bridge.
Hit by a car. Let's say this doesn't sound right at all. Golden Gate Bridge.
That is incorrect. So Marisol with an opportunity for steal for 1 point.
The 2-pointers.
And Stuart saves his family. Stuart Smalley had been hit by a car as a child while his family was trying to take a photo in front of which famous U.S. landmark? Is it A, Mount Rushmore, B, Statue of Liberty, C, the Hollywood sign, D, Golden Gate Bridge?
Mount Rushmore.
Incorrect. Looking for the Hollywood sign. Looking for the Hollywood sign.
I swear in my head it's Grand Canyon. That's so weird.
All right. Well, even with that miss, no steal. It is Video Drew with the lead here, 14-9, having a pretty good round there. Missing once, but going to multiple choice, and no steal happened. So now we're going to drop out Video Drew, and we're going to bring in.
What's up, world? Oh, my 60 seconds has begun. Hey, lady. All right, so we don't have to worry about SNL tonight, which is great because those movies are really stupid. You're doing fabulous, and now we know we've got some wiggle room to work around here. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I wanted to hear. I wanted to give the young lady a chance to defend herself, as I did. I saw
that's very nice of you. That's very nice of you for a live event.
You said, all right. I am. Justice is gracious. Okay. But she is also merciless. I saw what she had. I wasn't really impressed. So now it's our turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's do it, baby.
All right. Well, with that, we are bringing that wheel up, and here is the spin by Lady Justice. So Saturday Night Live movies off the table here, Mark.
Yeah. It's a shame because Wayne's World 2 is great. Oh, just avoid.
That was
2010,
scary.
60 seconds to decide, starting now.
I think it's a lot of movies.
It is.
We're getting a little close to Boy's choice there. I don't know if you want to tempt fate, but there's a lot of juicy stuff on this wheel that I think would be amazing for you. But this is your call.
No, I'm on the same page with you. I'm a fan of this wheel. Not gonna lie, Queen. I'm a fan of this wheel. 2010s is it's a big time. A lot of things that happened.
It's a lot of stuff.
I was a little baby at the beginning. Let's spin again. Let's tempt fate.
How old are you?
Let's go.
And here's a spin. Whatever Lady Justice gets here, she will have to take. And again, we see
round and round she goes.
It's Kevin Hart.
She didn't want it. We'll take it.
Kevin Hart.
All right, Kevin Hart wants to show
Kevin Hart.
his library here, and we're going to do it, Mark. All right, so thank you, Shannon. We're going to remove Shannon, bring back Video Drew. All right, so now Marisol McKee will be answering 4 questions in the realm of Kevin Hart.
That's right. Kevin Hart and I have combined to sell out the Lincoln Financial Center 7 times. And Marisol, your first question in the world of Kevin Hart.
Kevin's Hart.
Which music icon co-stars with Kevin Hart in the 2014 film Ride Along?
That would be Ice Cube.
I put them in my beer as well. That is correct for 2 points, and McKee cuts the lead to 3.
14-11. That's right. All right, question 2.
All right, to cut the lead to 1 potentially. Which actress plays Kevin Hart's love interest Joan in the 2014 rom-com About Last Night?
That would be Regina Hall.
That is correct for 2 more points. And Christian, now McKee could possibly take the lead on her penultimate Kevin Hart question. Here it is. Which actress, Kevin Hart has a cameo as an air marshal in which film in the Fast and Furious franchise?
Which actress?
That would be Hobbs and Shaw.
And that would be correct. And now Lady Justice has taken the lead by 1 over Video Drew. She could possibly extend that lead to 3 points if she gets her final Kevin Hart question correct. Here it is. Marisol, who directed the 2017 film The Upside?
Let's go to multiple choice for this one.
All right. Your 4 options for 1 point. Is it A, Scott Hicks, B, Tim Story, C, Jake Kasdan, or D, Neil Berger?
I'm split between Story and Kasdan, but I'm going to go with Tim Story just because that came to my head first.
5.
Can I get one more or one free repeat?
Of the options, you can. For 1 point, your 4 options. Is it A, Scott Hicks, B, Tim Story, C, Jake Kasdan, or D, Neil Berger?
If you have your hands up, Video Drew.
Let's go with D, Neil Berger.
Christian's probably eating one in between takes, and that is correct for a point. And all of a sudden, Video Drew with a stellar SNL movies round. McKee counters with a great Kevin Hart round, Christian. And it is now a 2-point lead for Lady Justice over Video Drew as we head into what could be the final round.
It is the final round. It is round number 3 with what a battle it is thus far. McKee with a 2-point lead here, 16-14 over Video Drew as we get to the final round. Mark, what are the rules?
Oh, that's right. I keep order around here. And in round number 3, we actually need some help from our competitors. We need each competitor to give us a series of numbers. We need 3 numbers from each of you. These integers may range from 1 to 20. You may not pick the same numerals as your opponent because each one corresponds to a unique category of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. And your final question, should we make it that far? Looks like we will, is worth 5 gigantic Godzilla-size points. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 3. And it is Lady Justice sporting that 2-point lead. And so, Marisol, you have the honor to give us your 3 lucky numbers first. From 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
Fortune favors the bold.
I like the number 2. I like the number 9. And I'm a fan of 14.
2, 9, and 14 for Lady Justice and for Video Drew.
No, I can't do the Jean Valjean thing. Okay, we'll just go 8, 10, 5.
8, 10, and 5 for Video Drew. All right, so we are going to drop out Video Drew and bring in Shannon for 60 seconds. Shannon, 60 seconds starting now.
Yeah, you're on fire. You're ready to win this. I can feel it. I can see it in your eyes. I can feel it in your heart. You are so ready to go do this. We're 2 up on her. The game's not over till it's over. You got all the time in the world. You got all your JTEs. You got a challenge should you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's close this out. Let's go home. Let's adjourn this court and get out of here.
Yeah, let's close this case.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe in you. I know you believe in yourself. Let's get it.
Thank you to Corruption. Now we're going to bring back the dungeon. 60 seconds, Kaiser, starting now.
Is this about the real estate deal in Texas? Because I was also cleared of all those charges. I still don't know why I'm here.
No. Let the record state. I ordered the code red on Adam Collins, and I'll do it again. The dungeon's got walls. Who's going to protect them? Harloff?
It's my favorite kind of Mountain Dew.
Listen, Drew, we are only down 1 point. You have
Drew.
all your JTEs. You are a master. You are wearing a Captain Kangaroo suit for crying out loud. Let's win this. I'm going to tell you this. Take your time. Let's get this win. And please, let's send Shannon back to the farm she used to work at, where she slept on a stick, stuffed with hay, and scared all the crows away. I didn't mean to rhyme there. I swear I didn't. Drew, it's your day. Get zen.
There's
use
another
the
rhyme.
clock. 3 JTEs. If anything smells fishy, you call me in and we'll dissect this thing. I love you.
Sounds good. Do you guys remember how I got 2 perfect rounds now?
Very good
round?
today.
Yeah.
You're killing today.
All right,
Yeah.
Kaiser. All right, so we're going to drop Kaiser out, bring back Lady Justice. All right, Mark. Yep, go ahead, Video Drew.
I meant 2 perfect round ones, not 2 perfect rounds in this match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now because of that, Video Drew will be starting out here, Mark, with her 2-pointer. And she chose category 8, which would start her in the realm of comedy.
Appreciate that. 2 points is the value of the question here, and it also happens to be your deficit currently, so you can tie the lead of McKee if you get this question correct. In the world of Yuck Yuck movies, Phil Lord and Chris Miller directed what 2012 comedy based on a TV show?
21 Jump Street.
Oh. Based on a TV show.
Can't believe I got it.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
First one.
All right, 2 JT rules remaining. Phil Lord and Chris Miller directed what 2012 comedy based on a TV show?
Five, 4, 3.
Dukes
2.
of Hazzard.
That was 2007.
Incorrect. We're looking for 21 Jump Street.
Oh, they did that?
21 Jump Street. They did a fine job.
That's the greatest movie of all time. Sad I didn't get that.
It is pretty funny. But you do have a 3-point question.
We do. We still got Video Drew, who chose category 10, Mark. And that one, that's modern classics.
It is modern classics, just like the old classics, except newer. For 3 points, and
like
Video
New
Drew,
York.
this could give you the lead over Marisol McKee by 1. And your question. Who plays Sergeant Mike Horvath, who answers directly to Tom Hanks's character on their mission to find Ryan in the film Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah. One of those things again where I just
5,
don't know, watch more movies.
4, 3.
I'm gonna guess
2.
Matt Damon?
Duncan. Matt Damon.
Incorrect. We're looking
Ryan.
for Tom Sizemore.
All right.
Oh.
So where we stand at the moment now, because Video Drew has missed her 2 and 3, she has an opportunity here. Marisol McKee does for Video Drew. Should she miss for corruption to pick up a TKO? So Mark, she chose category 5 for her 5-pointer. That's romance.
It is the category of romance. The language of love is what these movies speak. And now it's your 5-point category. Video Drew. To avoid the TKO and to take a 3-point lead over your opponent. Who plays the older version of Noah in The Notebook?
His name is James Garner.
That is correct. And now Marisol McKee, without a TKO opportunity, has to answer some questions, Christian.
Yeah, she can end it with her 2 and her 3 here, but she needs to hit at least one of those here as we get to Marisol McKee, who chose for her first category. It was number 2, and that would start her out in the 1990s.
Category is 90s movies. And this could cut the lead of Video Drew to 1. Your question. Frank Oz directed what 1990s comedy starring Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss?
That would be What About Bob?
Baby steps to the finish line. It is Christian. And now McKee has an opportunity, trailing only by 1, to win the match with this next question.
That's right. So if she hits it, she will win the game, pick up 2 points, and find herself going up against Janine the Machine. If she does miss, she will have an opportunity to win it with her 5-pointer. Mark, she chose category 9. That is disaster films. Disaster films.
Disaster films it is.
Disaster.
And Marisol McKee, Lady Justice, to score important points for her faction, to get a win now, needs to answer this question. Which actor stars as Bernard Weber, a Coast Guard crewman in the film The Finest Hours?
Five.
Chris Pine.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen,
stupidity of this man.
Lady Justice does it. She does it on a great match with Video Drew. Picks up 2 points for corruption. Starting the beginning of corruption, she sees herself going to play Janine the Machine. Now she is 3-1. Big smiles on the face of both Marisol and, of course, Shannon Barney. All right, ladies, congratulations. Gonna put you in the waiting room as you will be talking to not only Jen Sturger, but you will be around to talk to the patrons who will have an opportunity to ask some questions. All right, so Mark, we've seen Video Drew. We've seen her in that situation before. She played a great round 1. She had a really good round 2, and she just happened to get 2 questions in that 2 and that 3 that she didn't know, and she knew it. She's like, when she heard it, she's like, I wonder if she would have used the JT if she would have got there. I don't know. We'll find that out in the room with Jen Sturger. But nonetheless, corruption needed a much needed win here for corruption. Pick up 2 points. And Marisol McKee, I know for a fact, I feel that I think I just heard Grace Hancock scream from across the other side of the city. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a bad feeling.
Hey, look, the smile on my face is for completely unrelated reasons. I swear it. But I will say this. It's hard to Monday morning quarterback anything that Video Drew did in this match because she played spectacularly, ran into some tough questions in round 3 or round 5. We've seen that happen to the best of movie trivia Schmoedown competitors amongst their ranks. She is quickly approaching. But when you talk about quarterbacks and you talk about how just a little bit of momentum can spur you on to victory, that's what happened to McKee's own Philadelphia Eagles a few years ago. And now with this 2-point victory, man, that sounds like a whole lot, Christian, but it gets corruption started on the path that they're used to, which is winning. You know that Shannon Barney is going to be anxious to rub that in everyone's face during our post-match interview.
That's right. And speaking of which, we're going to get a very, very happy corruption as we have Shannon Barney and Lady Justice Marisol McKee are standing by with Jen.
Well, I guess I'll start, even though your manager's not here for some reason. There we go. Oh, the magic of being live.
Live TV, you gotta love it.
Congratulations, ladies. Amazing match. Honestly, a statement match by both players today. But Marisol, I have to say, you are quickly establishing yourself as one of the players to watch right now in this league.
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
You're so quiet and so modest. It's it's so very uncorruption like of you sometimes.
It can be. Look, justice listens, justice absorbs. All right. I'm here to listen to other people talk, and a lot of people on the opposite side of the mics do a lot of talking. I listen to people. That's what I do. That's what the court does. I hear a lot of BS, a lot of razzle dazzle, and then I just drop the hammer when the time's necessary.
Jen, you got to understand that sometimes intimidation is less about what you say and more about what you do.
Mm-hmm. I would not know. I'm usually the one being intimidated during these types of scenarios. Shannon, really big win for you here. You've got to be happy considering the way your season started out, that things are, seemingly with this win starting to turn around.
Yeah, got a couple quick things to say here. Kaiser, thank you so much for repping my great state of Texas. And in the words of the wonderful and amazingly stunning Captain America, I can do this all day. Okay?
He's not from Texas,
just remember
though,
that. And another thing, in your face, Grace, in your face. Now, I know that you don't listen to and watch these shows because you've got better things to do with your time, because you are obviously the most inept, unqualified, lazy leader I've ever seen in my life. But I'm sure one of your minions is watching me right now, taking notes, recording this again just to make sure. So I do have a little message for you, okay? Write it down. Remember it. You're playing your games now, but you're messing with the wrong queen bee, okay? And here's why. Because you may have been doing this longer than me, but I am better than you at it. That's why I fired you from corruption in the first place. That's why I told Kate to fire you from the den. And if you keep sticking your nose where you don't belong, and you keep messing with my game, you keep messing with my schedule, you keep messing with me and my players, I swear to God, I'll jump in and take the job that you have now, because we all know that you're just a temporary employee, Madam President.
Okay, thoughts on Video Drew?
What about her?
Were you impressed at all with her as a competitor today, Marisol?
Video Drew made some compelling arguments today. Not gonna lie. I think that I listen when it's necessary. I'm a listener, Shannon. I do my best. But I'm also merciless, like I said. She tried and the court was unconvinced. All right.
I mean, look, the evidence was overwhelmingly clear that she's not championship material. And that's okay. Not everyone is.
We had one mission today, specifically today, and that was justice for Dewberry. And I think we achieved that today. And like I said earlier, this was just the start of the justice train. All right, there are a couple other people in the dungeon who are on the horizon now that Video Drew has been checked off. The train's coming.
So let's talk about your next match. You know, you have Janine the Machine coming up, one of your toughest tests to date. How do you feel about that going into this match?
I pay attention to my opponents.
So coy.
Upgrading her hardware. I mean, she's been doing it. So I am gonna approach it the same way I always do. I'm not phased because I know that, you know,
oh no,
this is going to be a situation of two titans, one fan favorite and one a new one, colliding with each other, and I'm ready to take it to the wire.
Absolutely. And I'm assuming that you'll approach it the same way that Corruption kind of approaches everything, where while you may study your opponents, you also just come in and you just play your game.
Mm-hmm. They at the end of the day, they are a non-factor. Corruption is a constant. Corruption is a force, a very lethal force, I might add. And we should scare the crap out of all of you because you all know that without me even saying it. We are a constant, and we are a unit, and we're a hive, and we're a family. And other competitors, other factions may kind of teeter and vary. They need to apply themselves to be at the best of their game. Corruption is always at the best of their game. You can guarantee that when you watch it. It's been evident from the season so far. It's going to continue all the way through the end of the season.
Well, let's hope that you're right, considering, Shannon, your job is not done here yet today. Obviously, you have another match with Mike facing Damon. How are you feeling, especially after with this win under your belt? How are you feeling going into the next match?
Oh, I'm warmed up and ready. And luckily for Roxy, I'm in a really good mood. Let's hope she doesn't ruin it.
Oh, God, help us all. Well, congratulations, ladies.
And a very, very important toast to Lady Justice for Benji, baby.
For Benji.
Back to the desk.
Benji.
Big moment for Corruption. Big moment for Lady Justice. Jen was asking the right questions there because you could see the determination in Marisol and what she's attempting to do. And she was also right where, yes, she played Paul Oyama in that tournament, obviously, but Janine the Machine is a pro. She's been doing this for a bit, and she is about as hungry as any competitor that I've seen. So that is going to be some matchup, Janine the Machine versus Lady Justice Marisol McKee. It will be the Stars versus Corruption once again. But we're about to see that partner coming up in just a moment here.
Yes, we are. So that should be a hoot, both with watching the incredible competitors and the managers, with probably just a little bit of a war of words, I imagine. And then when you talk about Video Drew, look, even though there's the Queen of Corruption and they certainly don't make a lot of friends in the league, I think you could see the respect that Lady Justice had for Video Drew and her competitive spirit here today. She played flawless in round number 1 and just hit some tough questions in round number 3.
That's right. And so Video Drew will be talking with Jen Sturger, who is with both Video Drew and the leader of the dungeon, Mr. Kaiser. Jen?
Kaiser. Well?
Oh, hi. Hi there.
Got a cute X.
Hi, Drew. I have to say, the results aside, this was some of the best play that I've seen you have since you joined the league. So I have to say, Kaiser, you have to feel pretty good about her performance this season, basically, because she has been an entirely different player. And I hate to give you too much credit, but congratulations. You've really been doing a great job with her.
You know, I was hoping to exact some final justice today. That's a Joe Don Baker movie from 1985, but it didn't happen. I was hoping to kick corruption finally into the curb, and that didn't happen. But I do have one thing for Shannon Barney. You witch! How dare you besmirch SNL movies and put them down? The power of Belushi compels you, witch. The power of Belushi compels you.
And we will be appealing to the higher courts, which are stacked.
That's really not how this thing goes. You take the L and you move on, you know. Kaiser, the great play aside, this is not really where I usually see you, at least this season, you know. You usually are in the first interview, so I don't have to do this whole what are we going to do next dance with you. But seriously, what's the dungeons process after a loss, you know, and how do we rebound from this and just continue with the progress that we've made this season? Because let's face it, you guys are looking like an absolutely dominant force. And aside from the actual results, Video Drew played like an absolute boss today.
Yes, let's talk about me.
We're not going to win every match. That's a fact. Okay, nobody comes out here this season and says, you've got to go out and win every match. You know what everybody has to do? Everybody has to pick each other up, and everybody has to get just enough victories to bring home a team title. Mm-hmm. We win together. We lose together. We got the Smasher back in action. Smash City is here to train us on the rest of the way through. Let me tell you something. We take a loss and it rolls off our back. You think we get down about this crap? We don't care. We're professionals and we're all stars. And you know what? It's 0-0 as far as I'm concerned. I don't look at standings. I look at the next match. Drew?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, me. Yeah, no, I thought I would be way more devastated. I've been planning all 2 days that I've known about this match for a devastating KO by the Statue of Liberty because she's just so tall and that's not even fair. But I was really happy with my performance. That's my second time going perfect in round one.
Two of them.
SNL movies, gotta say, with Shannon on this one, kind of trash. Hate that it keeps being something that I land on and go on. They were really hard. SNL, those last two were incredibly hard SNL questions. I knew all her Kevin Hart and just didn't know those two SNL. They were just shots in the dark. Now, round three, obviously is where I need a little work, but I do want to give shout out to my study group, Chris Engel, Trevor, because they've run that question about James Garner about 100 times because I kept saying James Brolin. Like, it has happened multiple times. So that 5-pointer, that avoidance of a TKO, that was all due to my study group. So thank you guys.
Let's face it, Video Drew, you know, when you came into this league, you really made your name in teams. And now you're having an amazing run in singles. It's like, which do you enjoy more? And, you know, will we see you in teams?
Will we? I mean, I don't know the future. That's something that's an impossibility to know unless you don't experience time linearly, whatever. Yeah, so I would love to go back to teams. I love the idea of me and Whitney the Beauty Seibold being a team here. I love the idea of Tom one day just magically showing up on my front door again. Like, maybe somebody will find him and check the microchip and bring him back.
Probably going to magically show up in court, and so we're going to probably have to go get him out of there.
Yeah, that's probably true. He probably is in jail somewhere where I put him in the ground. But he will come back one day, hopefully, and I will find him and I will dig him up and he will exist again.
Jen, Video Drew just gets better and better. Now, we ran up against a powerhouse.
Oh, she does.
And we ran up against a powerhouse in Marisol McKee. No one can take away her gameplay. That girl comes ready to play. We knew what we were up against, but at the same time, I think Drew's just as good a player. You know, it's like any sport. Questions didn't quite go our way. We got some flicks that we maybe should have been more studied up on. We will be next time. We take notes. We take everything. We're going to go back. We're going to work on this. And look, as long as I get to go like this, so I'm looking over the edge and I see corruption at the bottom and I go, puh. That'll be a great day at the end of the season. I hope I don't want to spit on anybody. It's like a warning shot.
I would like to say one last thing. Marisol went perfect. She went to multiple choice ones, but she went perfect, which is what I expected Marisol to do. That came as no surprise. If I had gone the same way, we would just be in sudden death right now, and this would be going on forever. And yes, sometimes people say Video Drew didn't come into this league to win a giant belt because my pants actually fit. And I am sad that I will not be playing the director of Tusks
But you know, like it goes as
we'll
it
get
goes.
a hold
And
of him someday. We'll get a hold of him, Drew. He doesn't want anything to do with us. Are you kidding me? We'll retire that guy.
Okay,
I mean,
but,
he might
but
face
you know, like
Stan
my
at
pants
some
fit.
point.
I don't need a belt. I need this faction to win, and I need to keep being the prettiest, best person in the entire Schmoedown, and also win.
I hate to break up this second city rehearsal that you guys have going on right now, but Kaiser, I do want to talk about the main event tonight. Damon versus Kalinowski. You obviously have the champion, Mara Konopik. Are you guys watching this match closely, and do you have a preference on who she plays next month?
Well, we are 100% watching this match. We are watching every question. We're watching every nervous tick that either of these players exhibit today. Damon is no joke. This man is proving that he's a force in IG. Mike is as hungry as anybody wants to be. Nobody wants to go up against Mike when he's on the warpath. That said, Mara Konopik has no problem knocking both of them out, maybe knocking them out of the division for the rest of their lives. Because Mara Konopik is not from this planet. She's like Star Man, Jeff Bridges, but she's Star Woman. So if they remade the movie with a woman, it will be with Mara Konopik, and then they'd call it Star Woman.
Stargirl?
So, woman. She's a woman. She's not a girl.
That's already exists.
Star person, that works too. I know, but here's what I'm saying. She's an enigma. She's an enigma. She's an enigma. And whoever wins this match is in for the ride of their life. We are going to drag them from one. I hope it's in a studio, because then we just drag them from one end to the other. That's probably how it's going to work out. So good luck today, boys. I don't have a preference. I'll beat up on either of you.
All right. Well, tough loss today. You know what? Back to the desk. Oh my God.
Yeah, Jen, all I can say is, at least you have digital to jump out of it fast. If it was a studio, you'd be stuck there. All right. Well,
and he's eating
nonetheless, it was a great performance there by VIDEODREW. And as she said, you just had some tough ones for that 2 and the 3, but she hits her 5 and avoids that TKO, which was massive. And we see ourselves with a corruption win. I don't know if we have the updated standings at the moment. We do. Yeah, we do. Look at that. So corruption getting themselves 2 points now, and now they are tied with Swag now, with an opportunity here to jump out of last place and leave Swag there solely if they're able to jump out of there if Mike Kalinowski takes that win. However, the Stars looking to get themselves to 12 points and could put themselves into 4th place. So this is a big match coming up here in a second, but we are going to bring in Shannon and Marisol McKee.
Sometime. I'm going to have a carrot in the meantime. But. Okay.
So on brand.
Okay, I'm gonna... Let me stop you right there. See, this is about the end of the match anyway, and I apologize. I thought I can watch both matches back-to-back tonight, but I just can't. I am sorry. I've had a grueling day at work today, and I started watching this a little later than I probably should have, and I'm just tired, and I'm falling asleep while I'm talking to you, so I will just have to concede for tonight and just watch the main event tomorrow. Probably, I don't think it's gonna matter. I might actually upload both of these at the same time, so it doesn't really matter, but it matters for me. But in any case, I got 7 points, which I think should be my new goal to reach in every singles match, because I barely seem to get beyond 7 points. 7 questions were correctly in a singles match. But anyways, that being said, congratulations to Marisol. I can't wait to see how this shakes out in the storyline department. My condolences to VIDEODREW. I was rooting for her, but, Marisol is a powerhouse, and she's definitely going to have a belt on her shoulder at some point in her Schmoedown career. In any case, I'm going to sleep, and I'll just have to watch the main event tomorrow. So thank you all for watching if you have, and until the next match, well, hello again everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, cause I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time guys, I'll see you guys next time.